welcome to my book vlog. So today I'm going to be working on trying to organize my shelves, okay? Because this shelf is mostly romance, but if we come to the bottom right here, it is hang on, I'm sorry. Some of this over here isn't romance, some of this over here isn't romance. So I'm trying to figure out where to put all that. And then I'm kind of embarrassed to show you guys the bottom of my bookshelf. It's kind of just, I'm still figuring out how to organize this apartment, so it's kind of just random shit. I got like some nail stuff, some binders, some folders, I don't know, it's really just random. And then I have another bookshelf over here that I also need to organize. This one is my used books, so that's why this one will never probably be really super organized. These are all my used books, or maybe some of them actually aren't even used. I just don't know where to put them. And then this shelf is actually used by my Etsy account, which I can link down below if you guys want to see it. So this is not changing. This is right here is not changing for now, at least. Eventually maybe it might. And then I have two more bookshelves out there, but right now I'm just gonna focus on this room. And then yeah, so, and also I'm wearing my Fourth Wing shirt. Personally, at least in my own opinion, I like Fourth Wing. That one was really good, but the ones after, they didn't pull me in like Fourth Wing did. Like Fourth Wing was like, wow, this shit is good. And then what was it, Iron Flame? It was rambling, right? Okay, and I'm just like, you could have made this book a lot shorter, in my opinion. Like there was a lot of things that didn't need to be there. So this door is my closet. Anyway, I'm trying to. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I put all my like love stuffed animals up here. So like things that Keith bought me, or just things that actually I think Keith bought me all of that except for the dragon that's up there. But he's holding a sign that says, I think it says "Love you more." So yeah, let's figure this shit out. And if you guys can give me any pointers down below, please do. So that's pretty much all I can do for now. I have some books coming in that'll go right there at the bottom. I have no idea where to put these other books. Probably over there. I'll have to reorganize. Obviously, I haven't done anything with my bottom shelf. I have no idea what to do for now with that. Maybe when I get some nightstands, that'll be, I don't know, that doesn't look like nightstand stuff. So I just want to show you guys, mostly up here is my dark romance, and I tried to slowly bring it into like the regular romance. Sorry, I'm a little close. Oh, let me know if I did a good job with that. I haven't read a lot of these books, which is bad, but that's okay. And then just regular romance from there. And the books that will be going right here will be the Bridgerton series. I just got that, so I'm very excited. I've been rewatching them because the new season's about to come out. I think by the time this video's up, it will already be out, so. And I am now going to dust my shelves. this shelf, this one's gonna be hard. Like I said, they've all used. The shelves are filled because I don't even know why. It's just a bunch of shit I need to figure out. Specifically, there's just like a lot on this shelf, so I'm about to remove that. So let me find a good place for it to set, y'all. Wish me luck, because this one, we're gonna have to, I have a lot of books that I'm adding from my other shelf, from the fantasy shelf, that I need to figure out, and possibly the kid books that I had over here. Well, actually, the kid books could probably go in there, but I don't know if you guys remember these. These were my childhood books, some of them anyway. I got I Spy. I might do like a short on my, eventually do some, this is books I have from when I was a kid, but I don't know, these are very nostalgic. Like, these are probably the most nostalgic I have. Yeah, my kids would be using these, that's for sure. This is the only autobiography I own that I don't have in my Etsy, but this one is really good. Highly recommend. You should read this. This pink dolly since I was a newborn, so she looks, yeah, she looks a little crazy if you see her in person, but she's been with me since I was a newborn. And I guess technically this guy has two, and he sings. Yeah. I wrote a book when I was like in 4th grade. So if you guys ever want me to introduce this one to you, I was the illustrator and everything. So yeah, let me know. Made all of this like the kid books that I read as a kid, except for these were actually my husband's books when he was a kid. So those are very special to me, which I low-key want to have those on a higher shelf so my my animals can't get to them, and eventually when I have kids I don't want nobody touching them. So, or even my own childhood books, but especially these. Show you guys my Bridgerton series that came in. And also I did end up adding my classics right here because I didn't really have anywhere else to put them for right now. And there's this one random, I think it can technically be considered romance, but I haven't read it so I can't say for sure. I know it's a sad book, okay, but I know there's like romance, maybe, I don't know, I haven't read it, okay, I'm just saying it could be considered. I also want to tell you guys about the spice rack I just got. It's like a magnetic on the fridge, so I'm gonna post a picture. And this is what it looks like. I'm just really happy about it because I get tired of going above my oven and trying to figure out where the hell everything is. And now everything's laid out, and it's a lot better that way. Also, I don't know if I showed you guys the finished touch, but this is how I ended up with this shelf. Obviously that looks crazy, so I still need to figure out something around here, but I did add the children's books right here, and I think I need to add another one actually, but that's like all the books I read in my growing up stages. Not really necessarily a child, but some of them as a teenager. And these are all my self-help, and then my one autobiography. This one's kind of random. And these are my used books. To be honest, most of these overall on this are used. I don't like my used books being with my new books, though. To be honest, there are some new books that do make it on my new shelves, like my new bookshelves, if that makes sense, because they look new. So I'm like, it's okay to trust. I think I started doing that when I saw like a bunch of TikToks that were talking about, like, I don't know, you have to be careful with these books because there's like literal bookworms and stuff like that. So I'm just like, I'm just gonna keep that separate. But though, maybe I shouldn't. Well, technically these are on the shelves by themselves, so it's okay. I hope. I'm sure that won't happen, but I don't know. I just like to be on the safe side. You never know. Okay. It is now a new day, and I have my journal with me. Trying to create healthy habits and a healthier lifestyle. So I need to start journaling every night. Help get my thoughts out, help me understand, you know. And I think in the long run, this also helps you with writing. So, oh shit. Anyway, let me know if you guys journal down below and if your mental health is better for it. And there we have it. I have a little entry for tonight, and now I shall be headed to bed very soon. Okay, today is another new day, and I actually remembered my microphone today. I have a whole nother bookshelf that I gotta work on. Let me take you with me. So we have two sides. All the books that were right here, I moved to the other bookshelf because I want these all to be the only fantasy. And down here is empty, and that's because I had a lot of shit down here, and then I moved it. Like, it was mostly like crafts and stuff, so I put it here in my desk, and I also put it in my other bookshelf at the bottom and moved all that shit. And don't ask me where I put it because I can't remember. But I'll put a picture up right here so you guys can see what it looks like. And let's get started. Oh, also sorry about the height is a little off, a little crooked. Trying to fix it. I'm hoping the video itself won't be crooked. So my microphone died here, so I'm gonna have to use a voiceover for the rest of this portion. I'm showing you guys how this book does not belong because it is a romance, a sad romance at that, so I'll be putting that. So here I will be showing you what I did with my shelves. On this shelf, I tried to make it look kind of girly, but it didn't really work out that way. I just felt like these books kind of gave that vibe off. On this shelf, it's like my piratey shelf, and I try to pick books that I felt like would match with the Fable, and I highly suggest reading them because they are very good books. I haven't read Saint yet, and I put the skull up there and the crow because they felt very piratey to me. On this next shelf, it's more of my kid reads. They are the new books. They're not used, but they are books I read as a kid, like Fablehaven. I put my Disney books up there and some other random kid-like books or teenager books that I read. Here I am showing you books that I got from a author who signed them. They are kid books. I haven't read them yet, but they sounded good and they're like a kid's spooky book. So let me know down below if you read those. On this shelf, I wanted to show off my warrior woman looking book, and I tried to put books next to it that I feel like match. I just like how her vibes look. She's very warrior womany, and I just find books like that very cool. On this shelf here, I have my teenager reads like Rotten Ruin, The Tiger Curse, Hunger Games, and the shelf above it matches, so they kind of coexist well next to one another. My last 5 books on the end are actually scary books and horror, so they don't match, but that's okay. I don't really have much elsewhere to put them, so that's where they'll be belonging for now. This book I'm picking up, I decided to take off the shelf because though it is fantasy, it is more of a romance, and I have more shelf room on my romance shelf, so that I decided to do that. Here is 3 empty shelves that I have plenty of books to add on to, which I do have some plans towards, but yeah. So my microphone I noticed was dead. I don't know if that means you guys can hear me in the other videos or not, so if there's a voiceover for my book when my book shows up, I'm so sorry about that. But we will be going over The Poppy War, which I finished on Thursday, I believe, or Wednesday maybe, and Fields of Sparrow, which I finished a couple weeks ago. There will be spoilers, so if you don't want to hear the spoilers, I will let you know ahead of time when I'm discussing the book, which book I'm discussing, so you can skip ahead or you can not watch either of them if you are planning on reading them, you know. The next clip of this video will be a write with me. So I highly encourage you guys all to write with me because that is mainly what this page is for. I mean, we are discussing books and stuff as well. So if that's why you're here, that's okay. But if you're a writer, we need to write. So if there's a snowstorm right now where I am, so it's a perfect time to, get your computer out and write. Hopefully that's what y'all did in your snowstorm. Mine didn't seem that bad, but maybe where y'all are, it was pretty bad. I don't know. But it also can sometimes be worse than it looks, the ice. It might be ice, I don't know. I've been out there, but it just felt like snow, but that can be tricky. You never know because you can't see the ice. Well, sometimes you can, but sometimes you can't. Sometimes it just looks normal. And you walk out there and you fall. Anyway, so let's actually discuss Fields of Sparrows first because that's what I finished first. So Odessa was in an arranged marriage, kind of forced, because she was originally going to marry some other dude that I don't really remember him too much, to be honest. But she marries a guy named Xavier, aka, well, so Xavier actually ends up being somebody else, and the guy that she thought she married his real name was Dre. But she actually ended up marrying the guy that she calls the Guardian, who is the real Xavier. So that was a whole thing already in itself. And she did end up really liking him. And what was funny is before she found out, she was like, oh gosh, I'm like falling for a guy while I'm literally married to the king, But so little did she know she was falling for the guy who is the person she actually married to. So in this book, they're trying to save everyone from the infection and berry wolves, I think you say berry wolves. I don't remember how you say it, and I literally listened to the audio, so you'd think I should know, but. And what was crazy was the infection was actually created by Xavier's mother, and Odessa and the mother are both heavily trying to find a cure for the son, and because she loves him, the mother actually she ends up dying. So I can't remember exactly how. I think a monster got her during the fight, like some big fight. She ends up dying. But yeah, they both fall in love. I think it was cute. It was like a enemies to lovers. So if you're into that, you'll love this one. And the lovers, I don't know, it's kind of I'm still learning how to explain things very well. They were definitely mostly enemies, I would say most of the book. But you could tell like the tension was there. And finally at the end they're like, "Okay, I love you." And then they went their separate ways. Sadly, this book left me on a cliffhanger, and I don't even think the second book is out, right? All the books are leaving me on cliffhangers right now. But anyway, the cliffhanger was Odessa runs into the forest with all the books and stuff because I think they were burning all the books, and she was trying to make sure like the important ones were being saved because they were hiding things that needed to be known. And the Guardian slayed a crooks that ended up turning into a red-headed corpse, right? And the corpse, the redhead gets me because you know the creature that there was a creature that just kept going after Odessa, and they couldn't tell if it was connected to Odessa or the Guardian. And in my opinion, it was Odessa, and I maybe you guys feel the same way. So we shall see whenever that book comes out, I guess. So if you guys haven't read it yet, I highly suggest. I liked that a lot. Personally, I liked it more than the Poppy War. Probably because of the tension of the romance. Like I love when the romance is a subplot in the fantasy. That's how you get me. That's how you. So if you guys write a book like that, let me know, please. I do read other books, so still let me know your books. But if you write one like that, count me in. So Shields of Sparrows, I would rate. I'm gonna put a picture right here and how much I rate it. I would say I think it was 4.5. Know what it is about like audios. Well, it's probably I don't know if it's like this for you guys, but for me, like I'm listening to the audio, don't get me wrong, but I am working or doing whatever I am doing, so I'm not like 100% in when I am reading. So sometimes I may mishear or misunderstand or maybe not hear an important part at all, sadly. I try my best not to do that, but that's just what happens when you listen to audiobooks. I mean, that can happen in a physical too, because sometimes I zone out while I'm reading and then I go back in and I have to read it a bunch of different times. But anyway, next we shall be discussing The Poppy War. This one was also really good. It's about a girl named Ren. She is low class, so she has a hard time getting where she wants to be, but she wants to be a warrior. So she ends up, well, originally she was supposed to be getting married, like an arranged marriage, but she's like, I don't want this. I don't want that shit. So she ends up going to try to be a part of the battle, you know? Um, she scores well, she does well. She ends up finding out, I think she's called a Spearly, which means she can summon the Phoenix and has like fiery powers that come out of her and hot to touch and stuff like that. At the end of the book, another cliffhanger, and sadly I don't get to read the other one because I have to wait. And originally it wasn't even a wait time, which is why I didn't, put it on wait already. But then when I'm done with Poppy War, all of a sudden there's a wait. So I'm like, maybe this is a book y'all like to read in the winter. I don't know. All I know is it was perfectly available, and then now it's not. Poppy War I didn't have any trouble getting. It's only a 2-week wait, but who knows? I don't know. I don't want to wait, you know? So Rin literally kills an entire island of people, and she feels justice in what she did. Personally, I feel like it was a little messed up just because I don't know. Just like what that one chick said, she or what I forget what the character's name was, but like they probably view us as monsters too, and you just went out and killed them all, and now they really definitely think you're a monster. Like you just killed a lot of people. And so she's not supported in what she did, but Ren doesn't care. And her and the other guy are venturing out to go kill some more people. So to me, that was a cliffhanger, but it wasn't as much of a cliffhanger as Shields of Sparrows. I personally enjoyed Shields of Sparrows more. Like I said, I think because of the romance put into it, but they were both good. Poppy War, I'll put right here and how much I rate it. I believe I rate that one a 4-star. Yeah, I would definitely say a 4-star. Currently, I'm reading God Killer, and if you ask me what that's about, I don't even know. I just started reading it because I want to fit what we're supposed to be listening to. I might not even finish it. If the Dominican Republic, I think it's called, or Dominic, I don't know. I forget what the second book of Poppy War. So when the second book of Poppy War is ready for me to read, I probably won't even read this book. So the reason I picked it was because it fit the criteria of what I need to be reading, and it was not super long. So I'm like, hopefully this book will be ready for me this week, so I don't have to really read other books I don't really want to read, because all the books I'm reading are series apparently. So I'm just trying my best to stay on task. But the book is called God Killer, and I don't really know anything. I don't know. I'm not very far into it. I probably will have to restart it. And the funny part is I already did restart it, and maybe it's just I'm just not clicking into this book. I don't know. But I remember it was something, I think there's ghosts somehow in there, but it's like fantasy. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. So I'll let you know how that goes if I even finish it. But I shall see you. Those of you who are writers, you better be writing with me. I don't care if it's 5 minutes. I don't care if it's 3 minutes of just popping out ideas. We need to write. We need to get our books out. Only 95% of people who will write books never publish. We don't need to be that 95%. We need to be that 5% that's out here publishing. Because I want to read your book, okay? So, okay. Hi, it's a new day, and we are doing a writing with me. Whether you guys do it for 5 minutes or the whole time, you need to stay productive. We need to write. And yeah, so let's get started. My beautiful new bookshelf is back there in the background. I got my notes to help follow, and I got my 2 books, my phrase books for fantasy and romance. I'm not sure for sure if there's going to be romance in this one, because like I said before, I have a little hard time with romance, getting the tension there. It's okay, it's going to be one of our curriculums eventually. And then this one I will always need. So let us get started. All right. I want to thank you guys for watching my video, enjoying time with me. I hope you guys got some writing done. I'm actually pretty shocked about what I put down because I wasn't sure if I was even going to be able to come up with anything because I haven't sat down and wrote for a little while. So I'm like, well, my story is constantly like in my head and evolving and changing and getting new ideas. So I think that helps a lot. I have so many stories that this is why I need to finish because there's so many stories that I need to put out there. So I have many things I need to learn in these curriculums, like ro- creating a romance, tension, and all that. Like I want to do the kind that you slowly go up, and then the one that makes you just just kiss already. And I also want to learn a little bit more about creating a depth in my characters. So that will also be something I need to look into. There's lots of things I need to learn. I mean, as a writer, there's many, many, many things you can always learn. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this book vlog. I'll see you next time. Bye.